going on, guys? Holy, that lens is really dirty. Anyways, there's nothing like swimming in this water. Had to get a shot jumping in because this is just, see the color on that? I jumped in like 5 times last night because I built these stairs to get down in here because it was so hectic. So I got out a few more steps, but did that at about 9:30 last night, so I got all hot and sweaty, and I put a shirt on here. Still recording? We are. So I built the stairs, and then like jumping in this water, I was swimming up till about like 10 last night because it's just insane, this water. It's like something about it, I don't know, the green color in it, it's so refreshing, and it's like straight out of the mountain, so it's like glacier water. I'm in the Rockies now, so just insane. I'm gonna do a bit more work on the stairs. I got one more step to put in, and then next time people that show up will have steps to get down in. But wow, something special about that water. So this is where we camped last night. I thought I'd do a quick video, show you guys the setup a little bit better now that we got it all clean. It's kind of a little messy in there right now, but I got everything screwed down now. So everything's screwed down. I know it looks kind of haphazard, but I got everything kind of where I want it. This is water I use for washing when I don't have a creek nearby. My floaty, got my broom in there. Water back there, more water up here. The bed, everything's screwed in tight. I just screwed it into the bed liner. I didn't bother with, like, I saw some guys online on YouTube were getting like metal screws and screwing it into the box, but the bed liner's not going anywhere, so I just screwed it into that and it's solid. The bed's been really comfy now. The mosquitoes, the door doesn't close completely flat. I'll show you guys here. I come in at night and close that, so you got these gaps, eh? I don't know if the door's warped or what. I couldn't even get the cap to come all the way in. If I bring it too far in on this side, it tweaks the door and then it doesn't close square. So I've been stuffing socks in the gaps. If I'm usually most places, the mosquitoes aren't a worry at all. Maybe 1 or 2 will find their way in. I was at one place outside of Golden, BC. The mosquitoes were insane. I couldn't keep them out. They literally would find any little crack and get their way in. There was always 10 in the camper. I had to sleep in the cab. I had a roll of tape, and I was in here from 10 o'clock until 1 in the morning taping things up, and then lying, and more would come in, and I'd kill those. And so I burned through a whole roll of tape, and they still got in, and I slept in the cab. So I could see them crawling in tiny little cracks. Like here, there's a crack along this, and they'll get in there, and so I had that all taped up. And then there's the dust. The dust gets in here. If I go down these dusty logging roads, everything in here gets dusty, so I got the broom to sweep out. But other than that, like spots like this, they haven't really been getting in. So that's the setup. Now the sleeping bag's all wet, so I just jumped in the creek. I mean, it's looking a lot cleaner. Usually I got all my cooking stuff in the truck right now, because when I go to bed at night, I put all the cooking stuff in there. I can't believe, is this lens all scratched or what? Like, now that I'm looking at it in the sunlight, I'm like, this thing looks brutal. Anyways, I put all that stuff in the cab at night because I don't want any bears or anything trying to find food in the, like I got like a frying pan and stuff, and they come and they're scratching around the box. But I keep it all there, usually during the day, and like quick access stuff like shoes or whatever, I keep there as well. I got a tarp here. I got my shovel under there, and then my rock collection. I've been collecting lots of rocks. I can't help myself. I got boxes and boxes of rocks in my storage. But so everything's worked out pretty well. I got it set up now to where it's easy for me. I like this site because I got a hill here. I can step right in. It's actually quite this comfortable camper. I had an RV before. It was a Class C 28-foot RV, and it had all the bells and whistles, and I didn't even use half the stuff on it. I had to park for a bit, parked into power and water because I was living with a woman and she needed that stuff so she could look good and everything like that, and so that's fine. But the park people were always in our business when we were staying there, so I mean that was all right having power and everything. But I got my generator. I barely even use it. I haven't been bored yet. I'm always busy, and it's been pretty good. To be honest, it's for a single guy. This about is all you need. You don't need a bathroom. You go in the woods. You don't need like a sink and all that sort of stuff. You just use like one little dish, like a pot. I cook my meals in a pot. I eat out of the same pot, then I just clean it. You don't need soap, guys. You just use gravel. If you got stuck on, just use water and wipe it out and throw it back. You're heating up whatever's in there anyways. And then if it's something stuck on the pot, I just throw some gravel in there and scrape that around and then wash it out. And so then like I barely have any dishes, right? So I don't need any sort of sink thing or anything like that, just water to drink. And I've been getting a lot of that from creeks. I've been finding springs everywhere, water coming right out of the ground. So I've been drinking lots of groundwater. That makes a guy feel amazing. Like, it's nothing like fresh water. I know they say on all the survival channels, filter it, all this stuff. No, like if you find that water coming right out of the ground up here in the mountains, it's good to go, and it makes you feel amazing. There's something special about that water. Like, I'm sure I could probably even drink this, but I don't know if there's a moose or something swamping around in it up the hill. So I don't. I find the smaller ones where they're coming right out of the mountains or the snow melt. So that's been pretty awesome. I wouldn't try a different setup, to be honest. Like, it's so stealth. No one really knows I'm camping. I can go anywhere. I was taking the truck before. You guys have been watching the channel a long time. See where I take this truck, all the other videos I have from before I was living in it, and I can still go all these places with this setup. And so I'm pretty much exactly the same, but I can sleep in here. It's really like simple, right? The best things always are. And didn't cost me any money. And the truck is running great. Like, it gets me everywhere. You guys also have been watching this channel a long time. I've seen what me and this truck have been through. And I had it for 2 years or so, 3 years even before of the channel. So I was bagging on it all through then too, doing the same stuff. I just wasn't filming it and putting it on YouTube. So it's been going great, right? It's a rust bucket too. Like, it's so rusty underneath. It's not even funny. The rust is everywhere on it. It's scaling off chunks of the frame, everything. When I bought it, and I bought it at an auction, and I didn't, so you don't really get to look through them. And I really wanted a truck. I got a good deal. And so then when I went and started looking at it, I saw how rusty it was. I thought, holy, this thing must be from Ontario, because there's lots of salt. They put salt on the roads in Ontario, so all the vehicles are rusted out. Out here in BC, they don't do that. They don't salt the roads. So then last night, I wanted to make a video about this. Last night I'm sitting in here, and I've had this truck probably almost 5 years now. I don't know exactly, but anyway, I gotta open it up to show you guys this. I got my hidey key here. It's this convenient hole. Oh. Sometimes the keys get stuck in there. Okay, so I got my hidey key there. I think I can get the keys. I noticed this last night sitting in here. See that sticker? For repairs, it says Petawawa, Ontario. So the truck is from Ontario. I literally have like smacked flies off there. I've looked over every inch of this truck. Been in it for 5 years, and I've just the other night I was like beating down flies. They always get stuck up in that top corner, and I've never noticed that sticker up until last night. So I couldn't even believe when I looked up and saw the sticker there. It says Petawawa, Ontario. Confirmed my suspicions that it is an Ontario truck. You can see they've done a big repair on it. If you guys will watch the one video where I go up, I don't know what it's called. I don't know. But anyways, there's a video on there where I put a big dent in this thing on the other side. And I realized from that dent that it was Bondo. Right here, I hit a stick on one of my videos, a big log sticking out. And this is actually plastic here. So the tailgate too is all falling apart. And it's Bondo as well. Down at the bottom, that's not steel, it's Bondo. So it was either rusted out and got Bondoed up, but I think it was in a big accident and repaired, because it doesn't go straight down the road. It never has. I've got it aligned, new tie rods, everything I put in and then had it aligned, and still doesn't go straight down the road. So I think it's the frame's twisted. It's got all these kind of rust starting to poke through now, where it's rusting under the thing and coming through the cheap paint job. But it still looks good enough in town that people don't look twice at it, other than the super loud exhaust, because it has no muffler. So I thought that was kind of interesting, that I just noticed last night that it actually is from Ontario. But yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna snap a pic, because look at that, right? I've got so many good pictures of this thing. I should do up a photo album of this truck in the wild. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna finish these stairs, put another step in, and then I'm gonna cruise further down the lake. Actually, I got some pork chops to cook, so I'm gonna cook those up, and then I'm gonna cruise further, not the lake, but the creek here, and I think I can get to a place where it enters the Kootenay River, and there's kind of two rivers flowing there. I went for a big walk this morning down there, but I couldn't make it, and I got hungry, so I came back. And hot, needed to have a swim. So that's a video from this site. I think that's pretty much it. Maybe I'll check back in a minute. Got to finish the stairs, cook some food, go down there. See, like, lots to do, guys. You're never bored out here. It's been almost 2 months now, and it's just been killer the whole time. Like, I'm so peaceful and chilled out, and I'm actually a little jaded, because I wonder if I'll ever get to do this again. I hope I will. And it really is something everybody should try. It's amazing. Like, I haven't seen anyone out here again. I constantly have these sites to myself, and it's just it's everything I asked for. So yeah, this is a great site. It's got this rapid here. It's got this big chunk of sandstone where I just was over jumping off, and then it's got this, the water flows under. That's all sandstone, eh? So I'd imagine there's quite the cavity under there. So I was thinking about launching the floaty and doing a bit of a run on it, but I don't want to get sucked into that. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. Just wanted to show you guys the setup and that swim hole. Hope you're having a great day.